On flu.
It was the funk and then it turned into the flu. We're gonna get some computers on their way and we can show some stuff so we don't have to talk all the time.
Cool.
But in the meantime, let's talk. I'll keep the microphone out here. So.
Oh no, put the mask.
Can I get my own?
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
You guys share that one and this would be my personal.
We work together a lot, so we're very careful when we're
Dan,
sick.
you wanna get that?
Very careful when we're sick not to infect one another. Because we've got so much work to do that it just really sucks ass when we're sick. This room, I'm telling you, the 18 and over thing, it's going to kill me. All right, anyway.
Ass is like a PG-13. You can say ass. It's a donkey.
That's a donkey. It's like I can't even do it.
So, I'm sure you guys have read the comic books. You already know what's going on here. Dan has turned into an ass. There's always been an ass, but that's okay.
That's how they sound, right?
I love it. Give it a 3.
I'm Reuben Langdon. I play the role of Dante in Don't Make Cry 3 and 4.
Oh, the guy's holding up the sign. We love Dante. Take a picture of that guy right
Love you
now.
too, guys.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Got Dante versus Deadpool shirts.
They've got like badass T-shirts on with two figures.
Deadpool versus Dante. Look at that.
Go hold the sign for the rest of the. Hold the sign for the rest of the.
Yeah, you got it. It's not a problem.
It's not about
One more time, you guys. One more time, just Dante. Just want to see how much you love Dante.
That's Deadpool.
Excellente, but as my friend here to the left says, the sign, hold up the other sign for the rest of the people to see. Go ahead, hold it up for the rest of them to see. Please sign my shirt, please. Sign my shirt, please. Please.
It's not about Nero.
Sign my shirt, please.
All right.
Anyway, I'm Dan Southworth and
Quantum power.
I'm Johnny.
Devil
I
trigger.
play Nero. I don't know if you guys can see this table, but it looks like chocolate. I don't know what the last panel was doing in here. My son's Wait a minute, did you just get a gift?
Maybe.
Want a couple more gifts?
My rookie's in here. Too much information.
That's funny, dude. That's funny.
It's a little too much information, but that's...
Come to my room, please. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm stealing all his jokes. He's telling me, and then I'm grabbing the mic and saying it. But it's really the funniness is coming out of this right here.
Hey, Triple. Pass the microphone. No.
All right, so
Except for his hand up mine.
probably the best way to do things here, guys, instead of us talking all about ourselves, which we could do all night, is for you guys to start. We want to hear what you guys want to hear. So, does that make sense? Yeah. We want to hear what you guys want to hear. So you ask us stuff, and then we'll just kind of go from there. I think that's the best way to do it. And just so you know, I'm taking this awesome. You guys use the program Panorama.
Oh, yeah.
Panorama.
All right, you have a question. Let's just do some Q&A.
Yeah,
Here we
let's
go.
do some
Ready?
Q&A
Mark
at the
said,
beginning.
not you. Over there. Blue. Yeah.
What are you guys feeling on Devil May Cry 5?
Are you gonna skip that question and move on to the next one?
What do you feel about it?
We will be here all night if I answer that question.
not working.
They don't sound too happy about the next.
Let me just say this. I said this at the game during the game room over at the Street
I
Fighter.
think they should have hired me to play Dante. That'd be incredible.
He auditioned for Devil May Cry 3 and 4.
Yeah, but what he's not telling you is he goes, Dan, he tells me one day, he goes, Dan, I know you auditioned for the part, but my company pushed me more than you.
Not true.
It's okay.
Not true.
You said something like that. What did you say?
No, not true at all.
What did you say?
I said they like you too much as Virgil. It's probably not thinking, but
So the other part is probably a joke.
in the reverse, sorry, I touched you. And the opposite. I actually was pushing Dan. We were pushing. Just Cause was pushing Dan because they wanted somebody else who could play Dante. I'm like, the only guy that can play Dante is Dan Southworth. And we were pushing because they were trying to find other actors to play Dante.
My hotel key is in my shirt.
So no, seriously. For Devil May Cry 4, Capcom they thought I was too young, even though I was 30-something, to play Dante in Devil May Cry 4 because it was obviously a much older version of Dante and a different take on him. So we had to re-audition. I had to re-audition, and then we brought in other actors.
I came in
Come in,
and
and we-
auditioned as Dante.
We brought
you
in
too, didn't you?
No, I think he's an audition. For 3, Johnny auditioned for Dante, and then for 4, we brought Dan in. I brought Dan in because I thought the only guy that could play Dante, other than me, of course, was Dan. So our company was actually pushing you, not pushing me. And because Capcom,
How did I mess up? Jackass.
he did a great job. If Dante was, never mind.
Yeah.
You did the best Dante next to me.
But the good news is they stayed with the original Dante. That's what we love.
Yes.
I'm the first to say I like Reuben's Dante. It cracks me up. I dig it.
And what I was going to say, I was going to finish my saying at the while I was playing games over there. I was saying for the Devil May Cry, the new DMC, whatever it's called. When Devil May Cry 3 came out, I got a lot of flack. I mean, people were like, "Who is this Reuben Langdon character? Devil May Cry 3. This is not Dante. This is a whole new take on it. This is crazy. This is insane." I remember I got hate mail. Right? I got hate mail because before the game came out, they're like, "You're not Drew Combs or whatever his name is." No offense, dude. That's his name. What's his name? Okay, Combs. See, all right. And I think he did an awesome job, kind of setting the standard for DMC 1 and 2. But people were freaking out because it wasn't him and it was different, and the game hadn't come out. So I got all kinds of hate mail and all this stuff. Then the game came out, and you guys are here because of that. So I'm just saying, you don't know. I think it's too early. Don't judge.
Don't judge.
Don't judge.
You
Exactly.
get attached to characters. I mean, that's just natural.
Yeah,
So somebody might come along and really give you a kick-ass performance.
Exactly.
There's a saying for actors: you don't own the character, you just rent them.
I like that. All right, so next question.
Just made that up.
About dude in the black shirt with a T, or an R, or a Tron. Can't really say it.
I was wondering if Dan Southworth is going to reprise his role as Virgil in Ultimate or Capcom
You did not hear me say yes.
You said it yesterday.
I can say yes.
That's right.
When you hear the voice of that character, you'll know whether or not I did it or not. I'm getting pretty good at this ambiguous stuff.
That's good. I like that. Well said. Next. Red.
Yeah, actually, if it's supposedly true, how did you feel to work on the same game again?
Same game.
you know.
You think Marvel vs. Capcom is the same game?
Well, same.
Absolutely not.
About working together.
Well,
We don't get to work together
Yeah.
usually that much.
so one thing, guys, for voiceovers, and then Johnny, you can jump in here because you got the most experience.
Johnny's texting right now. It's okay. Johnny's not here. Johnny's there. Soon Johnny will be here. It's okay. I'm filling in for Johnny while he's there. When he's here, I will shove this mic in his mouth.
The only time we really get to work together is when we did the motion capture.
Yeah.
Maybe Johnny can talk about voice stuff.
Maybe Johnny would like to put the mic in his mouth.
Yeah. You had a question.
What's going on?
He's kind of like, what's it like working with each other all the time and all this stuff? And I'm like,
Right, yeah, it is.
voiceovers.
Usually you're in there by yourself in the booth, and most of the time, unless you're doing like an original animation and you got other actors and you feed off each other. But usually you're in there by yourself. They have all your dialogue there and all your call outs, your fight noises and all that stuff. So usually we're solo. Motion capture, I guess, obviously work with each other. Unless you're just doing facial capture.
The difference is, just gotta finish up that last sentence. It's a thing, In motion capture, you're working with the other actor, and they give you the performance. You're like, yeah, okay, all right, I see what he's doing. All right, I gotta work that. When you're in the booth, you can go, that's how we did it. That's how we did it, huh? Now I gotta work with this shit. No, I'm kidding.
Poo. He said, when you said poo. You said poo.
Anyway, so motion capture, we work with each other. Facial capture is the same as voice capture usually. You get in a booth, you're in there by yourself. Everybody else's performance either has been completed or not, and then so you interact with a recording of the other person. And so I think it takes a little bit more chops to turn it into life that way, but that's kind of what makes it exciting and fun. And usually you have a really good director that pushes you, He goes, no, that was great, that's great. Can you do it like this? And he's behind the booth and you're looking at him like, what? Man, I just woke up, dude. But you've got to get that same kind of intensity in the voice and the facial expression that you did 2 months earlier in the motion. And what they'll do is they'll play the motion capture that you did. They filmed it and they'll play it for you. And you kind of match the timing. And then you got to make the facial expressions that match the physical stuff that you're looking at. And you got to go, sometimes you want to change the lines. You got to figure out what the new line is. And I'm like, wow, it's a lot to remember and make facial expressions. And it can get a little tough.
It's almost more technical. Because like when you're doing motion capture, you can just act.
Yes.
You don't have to think about like, oh, I got to do this and time out my head tilt or whatever, Other way, it's kind of actually.
Yeah, if you see the guy in the motion capture turn, then you kind of do one of these things. You can't turn your head because they need to capture your face, so but you kind of use your eyes and make it look like you do it. So it's a little bit more.
You gotta tap back into that same acting, where you were at.
It's a little hard. Tricky. It's tricky.
All right, Miss is in the back with her hand up. Miss, sorry.
I was wondering, how do you get into stunt work and stuff? Like, what do you have to train in? Like, what do you have to commit to? I've always wanted to learn stunt work.
Since Dan Southworth was heading up the fight panel today, we'll let him answer this question.
Same thing I said in my fight panel. Most stunt guys, there's no school for stunts in Los Angeles or Hollywood. It should be, because then you could certify the quality of the stunt people that you get to work with, and then you could be sure that the person you're working with knows how to do X, Y, and Z across the board. It's not. Most stunt men or stunt women come out experts in their own field at motocross, martial arts, gymnastics, one or the other. Then we have to do is cross train and pick up the other elements so that we can combine them. If I were going to be a professional stuntman, I I was for 8 years, but I specialized in fight choreography. And my thing was I did martial arts fight choreography really well. I spent a lot of years fighting competitively, and I did gymnastics. And that was right when The Matrix came out, so it was a perfect amount of abilities to combine, because then that kind of choreography became popular. But I had to go learn to wire rig, I had to learn to tie knots and be safe and know weights and measures for torque and tension on ropes, and I had to start applying a little bit of geometry again, because you don't want to miscalculate how much rope you put in that pulley, and then the guy swings instead of across right into the ground. So you have to start picking up tradecraft. And if I was going to go on and be a serious stuntman, I would have picked up motocross riding. Which is what a lot of guys do. They start making a lot of money, so they start picking up the skills they need. Motocross riding, stunt driving. There is a stunt driving school, and it's awesome.
Rick Siemens.
It's called Rick Siemens. And by the way, women in that school outperform men.
Fast five, baby.
They tend to outperform men. They tend to be less competitive, so they're more in the zone, and they do well. They do better at all the tricks of spinning the car and sliding it into a parallel parking space and stuff like that. That just tends to be what Rick Siemens says he sees. Anyway, that's how you would do it. So if you're already a martial artist, that's good. You have to sort of acquire these skills, put them together, and then go train where the stunt people train, and then they'll look at you. And they'll go, oh, that person's pretty good.
Do backflips on motocross bikes, you're even that much closer.
Oh, wow. So what we do is we go, oh, that person's pretty good. And then you start to ask them what they're up to, and you've seen them a while, and you trust that they're serious about it. And it took me 3 years before I got my career rocking as a stuntman. Before people really trusted me. So that's kind of how it goes.
How about the girl with the blue hair?
I was wondering if Nero will be in any future Marvel vs. Capcom games.
Johnny?
No.
I don't know. Apparently somebody does not want him there.
2!
Complete the trio!
Next question. How about Yellow Bear?
Have you guys ever beat Final Fantasy, Devil May Cry 4?
I'm sorry, repeat.
Have you beat the game?
Have I
Devil
beat
May
the
Cry
game?
4?
No.
Have you guys even played it?
Yes, I did play.
No.
No. Yes, I did play it.
Okay.
And you played it?
No, I did not play it, but yes, I did beat it.
You lost the game. I lost it.
Alright, we got a computer.
I hate losing games.
Now I just need a cable to plug it in. Mine is right now. Alright, next question. Yes, glasses in the back. So, you're gonna have to speak very loud because you're way back there.
Stand up.
Or maybe somebody else can speak loud for me.
John would work.
Yes. What is your most popular character that you voiced?
Ichigo.
Ichigo, obviously. Yeah, one of the two.
It's a tough one. I think probably it'd be either Bash or Ichigo.
Ichigo, yep.
Lelouch is getting popular, but I still feel like because Bash was one of the older ones. That's probably. It's not Lelouch. Have you guys seen R3 yet?
Not in English.
Lelouch is in that one.
You got another question, right? What is the airspeed velocity of a sparrow? Just the way he asked it. What is the most popular character you've ever played? What is your favorite color? What is the airspeed velocity of a swallow? for it. Yeah.
It's actually a question for all of you. No, actually, it's a question for all of you.
Sorry guys.
What's your favorite characters personally that you grew the most attached to while you were voicing them?
You know what? I'll answer that question with Dante. I mean, one, because I did him in 2 games, so I got to play him in 2 games. Yeah, I know. Sorry, dude. Virgil.
I've been fighting for great justice.
Please, because tonight at 11 o'clock we need this justice.
What are you playing on that?
On this?
Yeah.
Just a bunch of stuff off the internet.
So you got it downloaded?
It's not downloaded. No.
You're here next to stream, man. Killing me. If you were a panelist.
Sorry, guys. No, anyways, Dante, mainly because I played him in 2 games, and of course because he's got such the fan following, and yeah, he's just an awesome hero.
That was to all 3 of you.
Yeah, you got a question? All right.
Tony, did you answer?
Nero. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. There you go. Yeah, with the black glove.
This is a question for Dan and Reuben. Seeing as how in Devil May Cry 3, both Dante and Virgil have the weapon Beowulf, which one would you say used it better?
That is a good question.
Wait, so you're asking which, just to clarify, it's been a while, which weapon does...
Who uses it better?
Does Dante use his sword better, or does he use Dante's sword?
Oh, did I like the gauntlets better? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's sweet.
And me.
Oh man, I love the samurai sword, man.
But the question is, which character used Beowulf and Gauntlets better?
Oh, better.
Well, of course, Dante.
Oh, that's it. It's a matter of perspective, right? You might say to yourself, well, Dante did all this crazy stuff. He did all this like amazing action with it, right? But then you might go, well, but he had to do all that extra work, whereas Virgil was just like, boop, bop, boop. So you might say who used it better. I don't know.
Virgil.
I tend to like the least efficient. I mean, the most efficiency, the least amount of work means maybe you're pretty damn good.
Maybe somebody's just trying to show off a little style, you know. It's fan appeal, you know. Some showmanship every now and then. Everybody, you watch MMA and you see
Guys
guys
that
just
show
kinda
off,
pounds a guy's face, it's boring as hell. But then you see little, you know,
It gets the job done.
Sometimes
showmanship.
guys that show off need.
Next question.
A little butt loving.
Don't take that, Dante.
We'll see you over at the Yowie panel later tonight. Then we'll see you at this butt loving.
So like we said, that's a matter of perspective.
I just question all 3 of you. If you've ever seen the Devil May Cry anime, and if you have, what were your thoughts on it?
No comment.
No and ...
Next question. Investigation. In the pink.
Is it weird for you guys to hear yourselves on the game, like when you did play it, or did anything you've done voiceover?
Should I start? You start.
The first thing, well, Vash was very weird because that was, I mean, I was all over the place voice-wise, obviously, but it was just strange because it was the first anime dub thing that I had done, and I mean, it's just like when you first record your voicemail, you know, and you're like, hey, it's Johnny, leave a message, you know, and then you hear it back, and you're like, what? I sound like a girl. I gotta make that sound cooler, you know. And you're like, hey, what's up? You know, you just try to make it sound cooler. Hey know what to do. Yeah, so when I heard it, because like I wasn't like hearing myself all the time, and so when I heard it back, I was like, oh, whoa, do I sound like that? So it was a little awkward at first, you know. I don't think I did a horrible job. I just thought that, do I really sound that way?
Yes.
I know I do now, okay? I accept who I am now.
Accept who I am.
But then it was weird. But I mean, that was right for the character. Yeah.
Are there any dog owners in?
Yes.
So you ever like watch your dog and your dog's just standing there? So your dog is you just feel the creep, dude.
Oh,
That's what dogs
Looks
do.
around. I kind of had the same reaction.
For me, yeah, Devil May Cry 3 was the first time I think like having that first one is always the most impressionable. Like, you're playing the character and your voice is coming out of this thing and on the screen and you're like, oh my god, I can push a button and it's like it's my voice. Same button and you're same voice. It gets really exciting. But yeah, that's really exciting. It's really exciting. Absolutely, you know, and just as a testament, I have a little gift right here for everybody. Sweet. That I found on the internet. Serious? If you can't hit me, why bother attacking at all? Get in the game, man. The fight's just begun. You can still win this if you don't give up. Come on, man. Take this seriously. Is that really all you can do? Here. See ya. There you go. Okay, this'll hurt. Oh yeah. Glinson, Tatsumaki Kai Kick. This one. So, anyways, as you can tell, I love listening to my own voice. And Dad likes listening to my voice too. Next question. Yes.
Both of you, are there any characters that you guys have done that you regret doing? And
It's money now.
Peace. Characters that I regret doing.
or dislike, or like I didn't really feel it?
I've done a lot of anime. So there are a couple of things that I've done that I didn't really like, or I didn't agree with what the director wanted me to do. You know, I mean, a lot of people think, "Oh, you suck in this," which might be true.
No.
But a lot of times the obviously everything goes through the director and the producers. You know, if you guys are ever watching an anime and you're like, "Why did they say it like that? It's all backwards. Who talks like that?" Well, no one. No one talks like that. But sometimes the writers write it that way, the directors want it that way, and so you just do what you have to do because you need to work, right? So yes, I could say yes to that. There have been a couple, not a whole lot, but there have been a couple. I'm not going to name them, no, because I still work for those companies. What? I had fun on Power Rangers. It's not, I mean, that was cheesy, yes. But I still had fun. I mean, how often do you get to like slash through somebody and they explode? I mean, I admit it does happen to me every day. But that's me. sparks fly out when I punch people.
It's still awesome.
It's amazing.
What was the question again?
Which characters do you regret, like, voicing for this life?
Well, you know, life is a learning experience. And we go through life every day, make different choices, some good, some bad. And I try to have a specific outcome.